Meal prep. Meal prep. Right. This is my take on meal prep. You hear people all the time saying, meal prep for 3 hours on a Sunday when you've got a bit of time. Yeah. I usually leave that to my private chef, my personal chef and my private butler, but it's their day off. So let's hop back into the real world and I'll show you exactly how I meal prep. I don't like that phrase because that means you spend hours and hours in the kitchen preparing meals. No, it doesn't. This is exactly as I do it, so there'll be no frills. Okay, let's just get on to it. So this is what we got. Bosh. We have got all basic stuff. Got some pork, some turkey, potatoes. We got rice, packet rice, which I'll put over here. Let's just get into it. But with a little disclaimer, if you're the sort who likes food freshly prepared, doesn't like frozen, doesn't like warmed up, doesn't like eating the same thing maybe for 2 days, then it probably isn't for you, in which case you'll have to meal prep, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna boil the kettle and we're gonna get it going. So first up, I'm gonna cook a load of potatoes and a load of frozen veg. That way then, I've got it in the fridge. I've got it, and it lasts 3 to 4 days in the fridge, you know, and I just pull it out. So in the morning, like you just saw in the last video, if I want some eggs, some veg, with my eggs, just grab a handful, throw it in the pan, put some eggs on top, job done. Keep hearing it all the time, job done. So we have got little potatoes, Pembrokeshire, obviously Pembrokeshire potatoes, and on top of that we're gonna have I've got a little bit of frozen leeks which I've got left over. We'll use all of those, chuck those in there. What else we got? We got Brussels sprouts. People go, I don't like frozen. Well, you're gonna have to prepare them then. You're gonna have to cut them and chop them and everything else. So I just put a load of those in there. For this, I'm using the old-fashioned air steamer because I can just, while I'm doing the rest of it, I can leave these cook away. You know, I don't like wasting food, but I don't mind overcooking as well because I know then, and I got some edamame beans. I don't even know how you say that. Edamame, whatever they are. Those ones. We'll chuck a load of them in as well. Right, kettle going on, boiling water over the top. Potatoes covered. They're good. That's it. Leave them cook for however long, 15 minutes or so. Next up, we're going to get our food ready for the next few days. I like turkey. So again, this is all raw stuff, right? We ain't dressing this up. So there's my turkey breasts. Give them a little wash. Again, all I do when it comes to my turkey, there's 3 breasts here, so that'll do me for at least 3 meals. I've got my pans lined up here, my glass bowls. So all I do is just slice and dice these up. I like little squares. You know, again, don't forget, we're trying to de-hassleize all of this, trying to make it as frictionless as possible. That is it. And again, I'm not being deliberately shortcutty here. This is just what I do. So all I do then, put salt in there. I like the old paprika with turkey, so bosh a load of that in there, and maybe some garlic. That is, give that a little mix up. All I do, I just bang that in the air fryer for 6 minutes, pull it out, give it a little shake around, put it back in for 5. Job done. That's 3 meals. That's 3 meals worth of protein done. Simple. Okay, let's get it in the air fryer. Okay, that's cooking because that was raw turkey. We're going to give that a little wash, of course. Next up, we're going to get food ready for tonight. I'm then going to show you how my overnight oats, which I've done, but let's get the food ready for tonight. I've got the, what they call this, slow cooker ready. Big fan of this. Big fan of the slow cooker. So, again, this is all we do. There's 4 pork loins. I couldn't get my words out. 4 pork loins here. So all I'm going to do, right, is chuck these in. That's it. Stick it on low. I get stick because I buy my tomatoes like this in a box. When I go to the wholesalers to get my water for the gym, I buy a slab of tomatoes, would you believe? But we never run out of tomatoes. So, keeping it really simple. Don't forget, right, this is designed to hit the spot we need it to do without spending hours. Am I hell spending 3, 4, 5 hours on a Sunday cooking food? Am I hell? So they go in there, and while they are sort of, don't forget, these now stay in there for 8 hours. We're done. We're out of there. I've got some peppers. I very often use frozen. Very, very often use frozen. If I'm literally just cooking one of these and not anything else, I'm doing this now because I've got to be here for 15 minutes while the rest cooks. But if I was just short of time, just wanted to get something in the slow cooker, I would just use frozen. And people say, it's not the same, it don't taste the same. Right, well, okay, start prepping veg then, because that's what it means. That's what it means. What I try and do is we're not trying to be super YouTubey, and we're not trying to be something that is all glamorous and overly edited. No, we just rather give you stuff that you can do. Stuff that actually works. If you look, this could be a bolognese, could be anything, couldn't it? Chicken. So that's the peppers done in. I'm gonna chuck an onion in now. Because the camera's on now, I'm making an absolute right mess of this. This onion is manky. Look at that. Thank you very much, Littles. Oh, this one's okay. No, it's not. Manky onions. You see how raw we try and make this channel, because those 2 onions have gone in the bin. Little tidy up as we go. So we have got our pork and peppers and stuff on the go. Eyes are streaming. Again, whatever your thing is, bit of garlic in there. Lid on. That's it. That's evening meal done. So, whoo, eyes are peeling, eyes are streaming. So we've got our potatoes on the go, which will be enough for a couple of days. You've got a big pile of veg, which will be enough for a few days. What I'm going to eat next after the gym is my overnight oats. There it is. That was what I did last night. I'm going to show you now how I do it. And this is not a joke. This is exactly as I do it. My overnight oats, again, sliced apples. That's my favorite. Not everywhere does them. Farm Foods, the only ones. But you can use whatever your fancy is. Blueberries, frozen, chuck them in. Again, keeping it simple. There is our oats, our fruit. Here is our oats. Again, you can make a double portion, so you got for tomorrow and for the day after, or you can have this tonight. There's no rules. It's not a breakfast cereal, a breakfast meal. It's not. It's food. It's just food. So, what I do, again, not necessary, but I use protein powder. This is probably the only time I use protein powder. So this is a double 2 days worth. So 2 scoops of protein powder, and all I do is add water to that. So I'm going to turn you around and send you over to my water machine over there. And the reason we leave them frozen is by tomorrow they'll be defrosted. Job done. You know, I see so many people doing these and they make them so complicated that you think, oh my God, I'm not doing all of that. I haven't got time to mess around, but that's how you must do them. No, that is it. That is my overnight oats. There's two portions there, ready to go. Put that in the fridge. That is perfectly fine for a couple of days. Job done. Can you see where we're going? Already now, the turkey is almost done. 2 lots of overnight oats are done, which there's the finished article from yesterday. So there it is, nice and tidy. So what else have we got for today? We are just waiting now for the potatoes to cook in there, and we will be good. The other one I'm a big fan of is frozen packet veg. You know, chuck them on, 4 minutes, done. So if I'm having eggs in the morning and I haven't got any veg left, or I've run out, whatever, gosh, there it is. Pack of those in the pan then, with my eggs on top, boom, I'm good to go. All of this has to be quick for me. It has to be simple to the point of done. You know, we are going to be spending 20 minutes here, probably a bit less, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meals done, plus some veg left over to cook with eggs, or if I want to put some fish on this afternoon, whatever it is, I've got the veg there ready. So all I'm doing is cut the protein sauce, or big fan of this, grabbing some tin sardines, some tuna, add that to the veg, sauce of choice, you're good to go. That's it. That's it. How simple can it be? The turkey's done. The turkey is done. So what I can do now is to split it between those 3 bowls there. I've got 3 meals ready to go. And people are, oh, I don't like food warmed up. What do you think Greg's is? Greg's is warmed up food. It's warmed up food. That's all it is. So all I do then is just divvy that up. So each one is getting one turkey breast or chicken breast, whatever your thing is. That's my protein done. Protein for 3 meals. So that could be this afternoon's, tomorrow morning's, tomorrow mid-morning, tomorrow afternoon, and then possibly one into, what day are we today? One into Friday. So that's it. That's it. They're done. All we're waiting on now is the potatoes. The potatoes. I got packet rice for tonight, so we can have the pork, which we can leave that for 6 to 8 hours, leave it crack on, and we can have packet rice. So that's easy. Okay, we are back. We are done. The veg is done. Potatoes will be another minute or so. All I do, that veg, I divvy it up amongst the food, then amongst the meals I prepped, rather. Then I put the rest into that big bowl. So I've got that ready to go in the fridge when it cools down, obviously, and that can be chucked out then for a couple of days onto a plate and added to my fish or whatever, sauce it up to whatever I like, and we're good to go. Okay, potatoes are done as well, so we'll give them an empty. They then will go into a different bowl, ready to be used for whatever meal we want. And that is how I get, don't know, 10, 11, 12 meals, whatever it is, don't really know. Get them cooked in 20 minutes or so. It's that simple. We complicate it by having to have all this. It's got to be fresh. It can't be warmed up. It's got to be cooked. Man, just get it done. Hit the spot. Food you like, food you enjoy, food with no friction. Meal prep done simple. There we go. If you're over 45, tired of your own bullshit, get in touch.